Microphone check 1 2. What is this? What is going on, guys? Now can you hear me any better? Let me know if you can hear me any better. Hopefully you can. Hopefully there's not any more breaking up, any more lagging. I gave it a hard restart. I was going pretty hard on my computer today, working off it with several different apps, so that's probably why I was having some difficulty before. Anyway, I see some people are starting to filter in here. We've got Erectile Reptile, we got MD Hewitt, we've got Mitch Washington, we've got Truckin' All Day. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. And they keep coming in. Nurse Terry Reed, awesome. Great to see you guys. I feel like it's been a minute because it has. I haven't been streaming for a couple days. Georgie, welcome. Jurgen May, awesome. Crystal, hello. Hello. Guys, if you could smash that like button. Smash that like button. It takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help in a emerging channel like this, get in front of more viewers, all that good stuff. My Doge is really in a mood. So I have a Doge in real life, and she is not used to me streaming during the day, and she gets very jealous of divided attention. So this is, she can tell that my attention is on the show, and so now she's acting up. She's acting up, trying to get my attention. That is so funny. Anyway, good to see you, Ralph in New York, Zombie, Doge Army, Cybertruck Nantucket. I love it. RW. I love Cybertruck Nantucket. I haven't seen you before. That's a great username. The usernames are like half of the fun sometimes. I swear. Anyway, let's get those likes up. Doge is going to skyrocket everywhere soon. RW says, listen, man, I think it's certainly possible. I think the tides are soon turning here. I think the trajectory is shaping up nicely. Out of all the charting that I've looked at and seen, there is a lot of reason to believe that things could get pretty wild style in the near future here. And we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about why today. Celeste, good to see you. Awesome. I haven't seen, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a bit, even though I know it hasn't been that long. MF Sensi Gaming, what is going on? What is going on, guys? Yeah, so right now Doge has been trading sideways, between 19 and 20 cents, but that is definitely an improvement. To put some perspective on this for a bit, guys, to put a little perspective on it. Let's take a look at the charting over the last week. So Doge is still up a full 6% over the last week. Over the last day, we're still up about 0.5%. Last hour, we've been coming up here about 0.5%. So over the last month, Doge is down 26%. Sounds like a lot, huh? Well, if you figure before about a week ago, a little more than a week ago, we were at about 40% down in the last month. So we've really almost cut that in half already, and are gaining traction back up. Yeah. So also, guys, if you're new here, I'm Steven Steele. You're watching Steven Steele Live. Welcome to the community. I'd encourage you to hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. If anyone feels compelled to super chat throughout this broadcast, it's obviously hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. Feel free to ask whatever questions or comments you'd like, and we'll just go from there. So this comes courtesy of FX Street, you guys. Dogecoin price extremely oversold, suggesting Doge could pump to 30 cents. A brief technical on-chain analysis on Dogecoin price suggests that Doge could pump easily to 30 cents within the next 7-day time frame. Wow. How about that, guys? How about that? You know, we are looking pretty bullish. There's a bullish Doge outcome that is shaping up here that we haven't seen in quite some time. And we could be seeing 30 cents within 7 to 8-ish days, I would say. Captain McNinja says, "Hi, Steven. Please don't leave me like Daddy Upshot did." Thanks. You guys, Steven Steele will never leave you or forsake you. I wouldn't, and let alone leave you hanging in that fashion. I would never do something like that. Larry Ramirez, good to see you. Hump Deezy, good to see you. Hump Deezy says, "Pamp it. Pamp it, pamp, pamp." And let's see here, guys. Oh, a bit of good news. So Coinbase Commerce now is supporting Dogecoin payments. This isn't like brand new news, but I'd say it's about two days old, and I haven't streamed in a couple days, so I didn't get a chance to cover it. But Coinbase Commerce now supports Dogecoin. This comes courtesy of Bitcoin.com. Coinbase Commerce is a new platform by the NASDAQ-listed Coinbase that enables merchants anywhere in the world to accept the cryptocurrency payments in a fully decentralized way, the website describes. Meanwhile, Coinbase is expanding globally. Company just got approval to operate in Germany and Japan, also building a crypto hub in India. So this is great news. This is great news for Dogecoin. This is just another step forward in the right direction. I also don't know if you noticed that Elon Musk, he commented just yesterday to a Twitter user that put that classic meme up where it has the big Doge sandstorm coming to overtake the global economic system. Are you familiar with that Doge meme? Well, on that Doge meme, Elon Musk himself. So the person asked Elon, had that meme out, and asked Elon, "Do you still believe this? Do you still believe this?" And do you know what Elon Musk answered? Elon Musk answered, "Is the Pope Catholic? Is the Pope Catholic?" Now, if that doesn't reaffirm if that's not a signal that reaffirms Elon's long-term commitment to Dogecoin, I don't know what does. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have so much to be optimistic about. Elon Musk is fully on board for the long term. Things are looking nice. Things are looking bullish. I think it's very probable, and I say this as someone who's usually very trepidatious, very conservative with my predictions. I'm not saying this is 100% by any means, but from everything I've been looking at, I think there's a pretty high probability for another Dogecoin breakout very soon here. Very soon here. Perhaps to the tune of 30 cents and beyond. You may say, will we ever get to 30 cents and beyond? Absolutely. I 100% believe that we will. I 100% believe that in a year from now, 30 cents is going to seem like very small change. I 100% believe that Dogecoin, even at 19.5 cents, is a great deal. Is a great deal. Dogecoin is coming back. The community is coming back. The Dogementum is coming back. The Dogementum is coming back. Poisonous Pinup say, "Steven, need a co-host." I can't just put someone on there spontaneously. I gotta vet them first. But I appreciate the offer. But feel free to inbox me. Feel free to inbox me. Any news on the Robinhood wallets? That's the $1 million question. Everybody wants to know. No. There is no news on the Robinhood wallets. This is not good, folks. This is not good. I think it's high time. I think it's high time that Vlad and Robinhood, they owe their customer base at least a statement on this, an updated statement. Something that lets its user base know if it's something they're still doing, and if so, to give them a general timeline. I think the folks deserve a basic general timeline. Zombie Doge Army, $2 super chat. Are you going to Doja Palooza? I would like to go. It just depends if my body will be cooperating. It depends if my body's operating. Hold on, guys. My Doge is going crazy. I gotta let my Doge out. Hold on. I not only have my Doge, but I'm babysitting for my friend's Doge. So hold on. Let me just let my Doge out just a moment. Give me like 60 seconds. Who let the Doge out? I did. I let the Doge out. Thank you for your patience, guys. Marcus from Germany, my German friend. So good to see you, my friend. He says good night from Germany. We have viewers, listeners from all over the world here in the Steele community. This may not be the biggest channel in Doge, but I think it's the best. And I think we may not have the biggest community, but I think it's the best community. Terry Reed says she's got to feed her Doge. How many people in here own Doges? How many people in here are Doge owners? Press 1 in the chat if you're a Doge owner. And what is the name of your Doge? Alan says, if you've ever had a Doge, you'll know it's not rehearsed. So true. So true. Do I think Robinhood will be releasing wallets? I still think they will, although I'm starting to get a little more skeptical than before. And I'll tell you why it may be. I'll tell you why I think they're dragging their feet on this. Well, number one, it's no small feat from a development angle to accomplish something like this and do it correctly. Look at all the Doge owners. Terry Reed's Doge is named Bailey. I like that. Bailey's such a cute, awesome, classic name for a Doge. I love it. Sam is good. Sam's always good. I like Sam. I like Sam whether it's for a Doge or a Sun. It's just classic all around. I love it. I love Sam. SP says their Doge's name Lucy. Classic. I love Lucy. Banjo. Bang, 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 bang. My aunt's dog, but he spends more time on my porch with my cats. Welcome back, Stormer144. Welcome back, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Yeah, Maxine Hall says Robinhood profits more with no wallets. This is very true, and why they're dragging their feet, in my opinion. Particularly since we've seen their most recent earnings reports have revealed that Doge overwhelmingly is responsible for more of their crypto income than any other cryptocurrency, hands down. Hands down. So obviously a huge concern of Robinhood in terms of releasing wallets would that be that a lot of that Doge would be sent exported to cold wallets immediately or the other platforms. I personally think that this fear is a little bit overblown. I do think, of course, that a pretty decent percentage still of Robinhood holders will transfer their Doge to cold wallets. But I think for the sake of convenience, most users will not. But they just want to know that they can if they wanted to. It's more of a trust thing. It gives them more of a feeling of assuredness and trust to know that they could if they wanted to. Furthermore, people want to be able to buy things with their Doge. They want to be able to gift people with their Doge. They want to be able to send to and from with their Doge. Yes, indeed. Marcus, thank you for the £5 super chat, my German friend. It is the best channel, my friends. Hail to the undisputed king of Doge late night talk, Stephen, a.k.a. Uncle Doge. Marcus, can you dig it? Thank you so much, Marcus. Appreciate that. Appreciate that super chat. For those of you familiar with me, you know that I usually stream late nights. Well, this time, I wanted to get on here because I haven't streamed in a couple days. And frankly, I needed a little cheering up. I needed to fire myself up. I needed to connect with y'all. See, it's a mutually symbiotic relationship here, guys. And plus, there were some good things and good vibes that I wanted to bring back to the community here. SB says my Doge only has 3 legs. Aw. I have such a soft spot in my heart for dogs. I really do. I was raised around dogs my whole life. I grew up training dogs. I just have a huge love for dogs. I gotta admit, not the biggest cat person in the world, in part due to allergies, in part due to my ex-fiance's cats always peeing on my nice clothes and ruining them, including a brand new pea coat that I had gotten for the winter. Yeah, one of her cats just hopped up on there, pissed on it. After hanging out with her all night, my ex-fiance, that is, was driving home, smelled a very curious, strong, unpleasant odor. And it was my jacket. And no amount of dry cleaning could get that stench out, let me tell you. Not good, not good. Yeah, Robinhood is not a free ride. Every exchange always has a price, guys. Every exchange always has a price, even Robinhood. But I mean, the least Robinhood could do at this point is give people an update. Even if they said, hey gang, sorry this is taking forever, just popping in to let you know that wallets are still coming. Just even that. But we haven't heard any of that. So now people are naturally speculating maybe they never plan to give us wallets. Maybe they'll never plan to give us wallets. Well, I think it's possible. I'd say that's a more of an improbability. I'd put that at maybe a 20%. I'd say that maybe a 20% forecast of no Robinhood wallets ever. But I think they are, at this point, I think it's less a development issue and more about a stall stall tactic issue if I had to surmise. The Motley Fool is back at it again. Our favorite propaganda outlet, the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool, I've joked about many times, and I actually did a great video on it. If you look it up on my channel, maybe about 6 weeks ago, I did a video on it. Something to the in fact, the title is something like how the Motley Fool Dogecoin racket revealed or works or something. And what they do is every day they create clickbait Dogecoin titles because they know people love to read about Dogecoin and are fascinated by Dogecoin. But then they always say something negative about Dogecoin in the title. And then they try to subvert you from Dogecoin into their stock portfolio preferences. And you just got to laugh. And I just saw this article go up before I went live on the air. And this is such classic Motley Fool. Listen to this. It's game over for Dogecoin, but these stocks can still go to the moon. As the Dogecoin bubble bursts, these high growth stocks are blossoming. And this was written by a fellow named Sean Williams. And Sean Williams is distinctly anti-crypto. He hates crypto, and he hates all stonks. So he's a very traditional stocks guy, and all I can say is he's working at the right place. What can you say? He's working at the right place. Guys, if you could just take a moment to smash that like button if you haven't already. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help this channel get up in front of those tricky YouTube algorithms. All right. So I just had to share that little Motley Fool story with you. Check out this story. This story is wild. I came across this story via Decrypt. Decrypt.co. How a 12-year-old made over $160,000 in Ethereum on NFTs in one day. You know, we're over here sweating things and sweating our portfolios, and a lot of us have been feeling extra anxiety about our portfolios in the midst of what is a seeming bear market, right? And here we got this 12-year-old squirt who brings home the bacon to the tune of $160,000 in Ethereum in an afternoon. I'm going to go on to read a little bit of this article. Tweens love the blockchain. 12-year-old Benjamin Ahmed's Weird Whale NFT sold out in less than 24 hours. And it's one of these low-res, high-pixelated NFTs. And he called it Weird Whale. And it's a big block pixelated whale with a hat on, smoking a pipe. Weird Whales, a collection of 3,350 themed NFTs sold out in about 9 hours earlier this week. In part, it's part of a project by Benjamin Ahmed, a 12-year-old from England. I got interested in the NFT space because I originally thought it was cool as an online flex, said the boy. It was only later, after developing a respect for the digital first art style of a popular NFT collections like CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club, that he decided to make a collection of his own. For the uninitiated, an NFT is a kind of cryptocurrency that can be attached to files on the internet and sold as proof of ownership. They've been around for years, but it's only in the past 6 months that they've achieved mainstream recognition. Yeah, most people don't know that. NFTs have been around for years, for quite some time. I remember briefly hearing about them about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, but never really looking into it much. Let's see here. So this kid's got a Twitter, because of course he does. His father works as a web developer for a financial services organization. He introduced him to HTML and CSS at age 5 or 6. Recently, Benjamin's been honing his skills as an online coding platform called Code Wars. What a little ambitious kid. I can't help but think that maybe this dad helped him develop these NFTs, though. I can't help but think that's a possibility. But either way, kudos to him for cleaning up at 160,000 on one NFT auction in an afternoon. Fantastic, fantastic. Online flex. What an online flexer, right, guys? So back to Dogecoin. So Dogecoin, where are we going to be in 1 week from now? Well, we could be at 30 cents. I really do think, from everything I've been looking at, the charting that I've been looking at, and the landscapes that I've been looking at, I think 30 cents is a real possibility within the next 7 or 8 days with the mighty DOGE. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yes, I can. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. Let's see. Next story here. This comes courtesy of Market Business Insider. Amazon is looking to hire someone to lead its digital currency blockchain initiatives. This is another fantastic development in a story that's not necessarily brand new, and one that I've generally covered in a general sense in the past a few times. The reason why it's in the media again now and why so many people are paying attention to it is because Amazon is actively looking to hire someone specifically new to lead up a new position at Amazon in relation to digital currency and blockchain initiatives. So what did we know before versus what we know now? What we knew before was that the new CEO of Amazon was crypto friendly, much more so than Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, a man with a plan, with a rocket that built a rocket, a very interesting rocket, should we say, that seemed to be in part shaped after his own melon and a giant dong. Jeff Bezos put a giant dong into space. Jeff Bezos built and executed a space dong. Right or wrong, we got a space dong. And it propelled itself with masterful thrust into the outer limits, ladies and gentlemen. And who was inside the giant space dong but Jeff Bezos himself? Jeff Bezos was inside the giant space dong as it thrusted its way into outer space. So again, congratulations, Jeff Bezos, on your giant space dong. Getting back to the story, Morning Glory. The new CEO of Amazon. The new CEO of Amazon is quite a bit more crypto friendly and savvy and knowledgeable, and has a past with dealing with cryptos and being a crypto trader himself. So that's what we knew in the past, and we obviously viewed this as being a very good sign. A very good sign for cryptocurrency. Very good sign for Dogecoin, right? So what is new now? Why is it back in the press now? Because now we know that they're actively looking to hire someone to lead up its digital currency and blockchain initiatives, a new position. So that's what's new about this story. So this is just another step forward, closer to Amazon ultimately, I believe, accepting various cryptocurrencies as a means of purchasing. They announced that the candidate must have expertise in blockchain distributed ledger, central bank digital currency, and cryptocurrency. The person must have 10 or more years of relevant experience. Amazon is looking to hire someone to lead its digital currency and blockchain initiatives as more big tech companies expand their businesses, growing in this sector. An Amazon spokesperson said when asked about this, "We're inspired by the innovation happening in the cryptocurrency space and are exploring what this could look like on Amazon." There you have it, folks. We believe the future will be built on technologies that enable modern, fast, inexpensive payments. Hello, McFly. Hello, McFly. What is that Amazon rep saying? Could Amazon make it any clearer? Could Amazon make it any clearer, baby? Could Amazon make it any clearer, boppers? Could Amazon make it any clearer that an inevitable cryptocurrency integration is going to happen on Amazon, and that's going to include the DOGE? Can you dig it? Marcus, again with a £5 super chat. Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you again for the super chat. Discovered. Amazon hired the new man for the crypto affairs and was paid a Mio and Doge to his BitPay whistle. Ladies and Dogies, introducing Mr. Nick Balls. Nick is not with me today. He's spending time with his lovely lady. Beef Supreme says Marcus is a true legend. Can't pronounce his last name, though. Amazon will be through a third service just like Apple. Quite likely it'll be something like BitPay. That would be the fastest, most convenient way to do it, but they might be building out their own system as well. I wouldn't put it past them, because if Amazon were to use a third-party crypto processing company like BitPay, well, that's extra money that they're going to be paying out. That's extra commissions off every sale that you're going to be paying out to a third-party company. What they're probably doing is I bet they've been researching if it'd be more worth it to put time, effort, and resources into building their own infrastructure within themselves to make that happen, so that they wouldn't have to pay out a third party. But I do think BitPay is awesome. I think BitPay is fantastic. If BitPay was a publicly traded IPO, I would be investing in it right now. I think BitPay, personally, I think it's going to be absolutely enormous in the future. I think it's going to be absolutely enormous in the future. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody forwarded me a link today, just about 2 hours ago. And any of you follow Lunar Crush? I don't really. I know of Lunar Crush. I generally know what it is. But it's basically... how would I describe Lunar Crush? It's basically a social... They describe it... It describes itself as like social analytics in relation to cryptocurrency. So it tracks the most, the rankings rather of the most discussed cryptocurrencies on social media. And they have a section called influencers. And I don't necessarily like that term, but for lack of a better one. And there's a section of Doge influencers. And I am now up to, someone sent me the screenshot. I think I'm up to about 30. Your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, with his $100 microphone, is now up to number 30. The top 30 Doge influencers. And by meaning that I'm in the top 30 of Doge influencers, I'm at the bottom. I'm number 30. But still, I got a kick out of that. Which probably also explains the increase in, as the kids say, a bit of trolls, bit of haters. They've been coming in, mostly on Twitter. And as much as I like Twitter, I love YouTube. I love my YouTube community. This is the core. This is where it's at. This is where it's happening, Captain. This is where we connect. I don't really like Twitter Spaces. I'll tell you the main reason why I don't like Twitter Spaces is because I can't communicate with you guys. On Twitter Spaces, you guys can't interact in the chat. I don't like that. I want to see what you guys are writing. I want to know what's on your minds. I want to interact with the community. Can't do that in Twitter Spaces. People get obsessed with Lunar Crush. I think I could see it. I've never really checked. I've never checked it. I've never even checked my own rating until someone sent it to me. We need to make Steven number 1. Twitter Spaces is a mess. Yes. You should be higher than 30, Steven. Ryan Taylor says. You know what? Maybe. But I'm cool. I'm cool if I'm 300 or 30. But don't be wrong. If I found myself in the top 5, it would be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun. And it'd be a lot of fun in taking that journey together. Abstractus Artemis, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Alan, do I have a Shure 58? No, I do not, Alan. But a Shure 58, for those of you who don't know, is kind of like the standard singing and speaker microphone, like the industry standard. Not super cheap, not super expensive. It's just, the standard. No, I'm operating from a USB microphone. Give Steven 3 months, he'll be top 10. The Beef Supreme contends. Well, you know what? No one's got bigger Doge energy in a chat than the Beef Supreme. So I will take that to the bank, Beef Supreme. I will take it to the bank, my friend. Steve Ravas. What up, Steven? Glad to enjoy an early show. Smash that like button. Pap it, my friends. You got to know when to hold them. And we are holding. We are hanging in there. We are hanging in. Patience is a virtue. Exactly right. As Warren Buffett famously said, the stock market is merely the process of trading money from the hands of the impatient to the patient. And I think that is 110% applicable to the crypto market. Nurse Terry Reed, $4.99. Number 1 in my book. Real Deal Steven Steele. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Junior Hall, what is up? Felipe, 49, £5 super chat. Hi, Steve. Much love from the UK. Can we get some RTs on Twitter for the Mr. Sing tweet so we can get them to do the Doge-themed chili sauce? Who would like to see a Doge-themed chili sauce? Well, your man would. I definitely would. And you're asking for a retweet of the Mr. Sing. Well, I'll tell you something. Felipe49. Your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, is already on that case. Is already on the case. See, I have already retweeted that. I have retweeted it already. So, they need 500. Mr. Singh said after 500 retweets, the Dogecoin fire sauce will come to life. They got some work to do, though, because right now they're sitting at about 140. No. Yeah, about 150, a little over 100, about 160 RTs right now, guys. So let's help them get there. If you could, go to my Twitter, look for where I retweeted Mr. Singh and RT it, and let's get him there. Let's help get him there, guys. And this is a very important part of Dogecoin adaption. A very important part of really getting ourselves ascending to the moon, sooner than later. And I tweeted this out earlier today. I said this. Companies, brands aligning themselves with Doge is a no-brainer. No copyright fees, no permissions needed, super simple, all upside. Every company's social media that has posted Doge-centric stuff has gotten big-time engagement. And that's exactly right. Dogecoin does not have a CEO. Dogecoin does not have a presidente. We have an unofficial CEO. We have an unofficial CEO, but not an official CEO. And you may be asking yourselves, who would the unofficial CEO be? Well, his name is Greg. His name is Greg 16676935420. And he's very popular on the Twitter. In fact, he's so popular on the Twitter that he has 136,000 followers. And he also has his own coffee. And guess what it's called? It's called Greg Coffee. And it's under the banner of Doge Beans. Now, have I tried Greg Coffee? I have not. It's pretty expensive. But I have heard that it's mighty tasty because you know who has had Greg Coffee? Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls has had Greg Coffee. But unfortunately, your man, Steven Steele, is not a Dogecoin millionaire yet. So, that being the case, Greg Coffee's a little too posh for me. It's a little too posh for me. At this time, at this stage in my life. But, Greg, I know you sometimes watch the show. If you are watching now, I would implore you to send me some Greg Coffee immediately, sir. Greg is also a master of Oreos. You know, I had some Oreos over the 4th of July season. There was a special edition Oreos. And my lady friend brought them home for me. And in theory, they seem like something that would be very enjoyable. But in reality, too much for me. Maybe they wouldn't be too much for Greg, I'm not sure. But the special edition... Pardon my sneeze. Just a fair warning, I usually sneeze in twos. But these were 4th of July Oreos. They were triple layered in red, white, and blue, like a thick triple layer of, and they had Pop Rocks inside the triple layer frosting. Too much frosting for me, folks. And Pop Rocks, I don't want Pop Rocks in my frosting. With all due respect to Pop Rocks. I just like the classic formula. Holy smokes. I can't believe my eyes. literally, I can't believe my eyes. Marcus, the German connection. Marcus coming in just huge, man. I don't even know what to say. With 200 pounds super chat, heavy duty, my friend Marcus. Just incredible, just incredible. I thank you so much, man. It's just, you have no idea what a blessing that is to me right now, honestly. You have no idea what a blessing that is to me right now. Thank you for that, Marcus. Marcus says, Stephen, I found out that the last high volume super chat that had been screwed by YouTube, remember? Yes, I do, my friend. Do not stop making your show and bringing these great guests to the community, Mike. This comes with best wishes from NR City. Yes, you guys, watch out for NR City. NR City is going to be awesome. Support for Steven and the Doge fam to the moon. Thank you so much, Marcus. Marcus has just been such a stand-up guy, such an awesome guy. Just what a great supporter of the Doge community and of the show and of this community. Just a great guy. Just a great guy. He and I talked once over Zoom, and he's every bit like he's just as cool of a guy like over Zoom as he is over chat. Great work, legend Marcus. Yes, everyone give it up for the German legend Marcus. Sociokite says, I hate double stuffed Oreos. I like regular ones. There's also triple stuffed Oreos. Too much. Too much. Okay, so whatever had wasabi Oreos? No, I have not. I would be open to that. I would be open to it, provided they were just a single layer of frosting. Now, if you are a fan of the regular traditional Oreo, press 1. If you are more of a fan of a double or triple stuffed Oreo, press 2. So single classic layer classic Oreos, press 1. If you're more of a fan of double or triple layer Oreos, press 2. Press 2. And then we'll take a tally. And of that tally, we will be the official position on Oreos from Steven Steele community. And I will adapt my official opinion on them based on the communities. Beef Supreme coming in with the $6.90 super chat, the 690. I love it. Beef Supreme says, press 69 in chat for Dogecoin Surge. Press it for Surge. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. So now we got two things going on. People pressing 69 for Surge. So I'm going to put my vote in for the 69 Surge. And then I'm going to put my vote in for number 1 for traditional Oreos. So here's me putting in a 69 for the Surge and a number 1 for my Oreo vote. Life in Space podcast. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. We've got a 2. Truckin' All Day says, give me that double stuff. Give me that double stuff. RW says, staying classic. Maxine Hall says, classic Oreo. Sociokite classic Oreo. The Beef Supreme says, of course, the Beef Supreme's going to go for that double, that triple stuff. Stormer says, classic, but mint. I can respect that. I can respect that. Vampire Kangaroo, classic, 1-1. You guys, it's looking like the classic Oreo is going to win the day here on Steven Steele Live. No disrespect to those who prefer the double and triple stuff. For me, that frosting's too much. It's too much of an avalanche of frosting. For me, it's all about the ratio, the perfect ratio between cake or cookie and frosting. I'm one of those cake eaters that when you get to the end of the cake where all the frosting is, many times I won't touch that part because it's too much. I like a nice layer of frosting in between. That's cool. But when you get to the end on the outer of the cake, it's usually too much frosting for me, folks. Beef Supreme says, give me them peanut butter Oreos. Have you ever had Oreo cereal? No, I haven't, Sociokite. I didn't even know it was a thing, but I can't say I'm surprised. Now, when I was a kid, I remember having Cookie Crisp. And I found that to be rather enjoyable at that age. I don't know if I'd like it now. I don't know if I'd like it now. But guys, we have so much to look forward to. That huge, tremendous signal that Elon Musk sent us out just a couple days ago when he was asked, do you still think Dogecoin is going to take over as the global currency, like a tsunami, like a sandstorm? Elon confirmed and said, is the Pope Catholic? Is the Pope Catholic? Come on. Oreo cereal sounds interesting. You know, there used to be this cereal when I was a kid. There used to be this cartoon from the 80s called The Smurfs. Anyone here familiar with The Smurfs? It was basically a bunch of 1 inch tall, 2 inch tall blue people that called themselves the Smurfs. And there's only one female Smurf for the whole village, which in reality would, I don't know if that'd work out so well. And her name was Smurfette. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there was a short-lived Smurf cereal. And it was kind of like a ripoff of Captain Crunch, I would say. Except it was shaped like Smurfs. And the jingle for the commercial went like this. Smurf Berry Crunch is fun to eat. It's a brand new breakfast treat. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. So it was set to, what is that classical song? If anybody knows the name of the classical artist to which that melody belongs, please let me know. But yeah, and Gargamel, that's right, Vampire Kangaroo. Gargamel was the bad guy. He was the bad guy always trying to capture the Smurfs. And he was a very nasty looking wizard. Yeah, Smurf Berry Crunch. Marcus says, in Germany, we called the Smurfs Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to. I think I'm going to butcher that, Marcus. I'm going to try though. In Germany, we called the Smurfs Die Schlumpf. And let me know how badly I butchered that one, Marcus. Let me know how badly I butchered that one. We're going to put. They should bring back Smurf Berry Crunch, guys. Revive Smurf Berry Crunch just like we are reviving the Doge in real time right now, ladies and gentlemen. Can you dig it? We're gonna put not only to put Dogecoin on the moon, we're gonna put Smurf Berry Crunch on the moon, and we're gonna have a crunch-tastic time. Brand new article just came out while I was on the air here. And it's hard to read because it's through Forbes, and Forbes got a big paywall. Let me see if I can find it through another means. Another thing I wanted to bring up too. Many of Elon Musk's most ardent detractors, critics, haters. What is the number one thing, the number one criticism they always give for Elon Musk? Is that he's pumping various cryptocurrencies for his own financial gain. He's pumping and dumping various cryptocurrencies for his own financial gain. But as we saw just a few days ago on the B Word teleconference, Elon Musk said specifically that he doesn't do that. And he fired back on that by saying he doesn't do that. And what did Elon say specifically? He said this, guys. He said, I might pump, but I don't dump. Which could be, if delivered the right way, the most effective pickup line in human history. Elon Musk saying, I might pump, but I don't dump. And said he plans to hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the mighty Doge long term. Long term. Just like many of us. Elon Musk further went to say, if the price of Bitcoin goes down, I lose money. I might pump, but I don't dump. Definitely do not believe in getting the price high or selling anything like that. Musk said, I would like to see Bitcoin succeed. Can you dig it? Look at those wicks, big, thick green candles. Look at them go. Look at them go, guys. Look at that one. That's what we like to see. Can we keep the Doge momentum going through 20 cents and beyond? Look at that one. Green candles, green candles. Can you be mine? Yes. Sir Charles Steckler V. Question, what do you consider the moon? Your buddy Matt Wallace refers to the moon as any 10-cent rise. I would call the moon above $1. I would lean more towards your assessment for what the definition of mooning would be. In relation to Dogecoin, I would consider Doge anywhere around $1 and beyond. Anywhere around $1 and beyond. So I would agree with you there. Tesla is buying, Truckin' All Day says. Maybe. What is Elon's definition of long term? Good question. I don't know if anyone's ever asked him that specifically, Ryan. But I would imagine it's a mighty long time. Going off of many other things he said. Stain Alpha coming in with a little bit of pushback, a little bit of criticism for Elon. Welcome, Stain Alpha. He says, no one wants to see a hero fall, so they are in denial. Tesla took Bitcoin knowing the effects on energy, later stopped it. Definitely market manipulation. Elon is smart. Stain Alpha. I'm not sure if I agree with that entirely, but I can see how you would draw that conclusion, sir. I can see how you could draw that conclusion. But it's my belief that Elon wants to fundamentally change the system in terms of ushering in a new era of cryptocurrency and wielding his influence in the best way he knows how to do so. Thank you, Stain Alpha. Appreciate it. I got those Doge shades from a viewer because my Photoshop skills aren't that great. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish that myself. And I think Sir Doge of the Coin started the Doge glasses, the Doge aviators, the mirror aviators. It reminds me a lot of the movie poster for an 80s Sylvester Stallone movie called Cobra. If you Google image search Sylvester Stallone or just Stallone Cobra, it will make sense to you very quickly. It'll make sense to you very quickly. Thank you, Sir Charles. I appreciate it. You know, we different Doge-centric content creators have different approaches, different ways of talking about things, even some different opinions on things, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, and I understand that a fair amount of my audience comes to me specifically for my style and my delivery and my particular opinions on things, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, I don't think it's productive to hate on other content creators either. You know, we all have a common general objective that we are trying to accomplish together, and that's something important to keep in mind. This is the time we were out in the paper hands weed out. Did you see my Doge board I tagged you on? No, I didn't, Sir Charles. I get overwhelmed with tags and mentions that I don't always see them. I'm more likely to see them late at night when things are slower. But if you want me to see something for sure, the best thing to do is inbox it to me. The glasses remind me of They Live, Otter Paw Farms. Say that 3 times fast. Otter Paw Farms, Otter Paw Farms, Otter. That's a hard one. Marcus says Cobra, one of the more worst Spy Sly movies. Sorry, Bridget. Sorry, Brigitte. Marcus, not a fan of Cobra. Audio Frequency, good to see you. Good to see you guys. I think my favorite Sylvester Stallone movie is a pretty underrated one, actually. I really quite like the last Rocky movie that was made. You know, when he's much older, obviously, and he's running an Italian bistro. I thought it was really well done. If you haven't seen the most recent Rocky movie, I would suggest it. Of course, if you're not a fan of Sylvester Stallone, altogether, I would not suggest it. So, Stopper, My Mom Will Shoot. I am familiar with that movie. Another movie that reminds me of, because of the title, is Throw Mama from the Train. Has anyone ever seen the old film Throw Mama from the Train, starring Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito and that grumpy old woman? I'm going to look up the name of her right now, but I'm sure she's long gone deceased, but she was phenomenal. She was also the evil mother in The Goonies. Throw Mama from the Train, 1987, starring Danny DeVito as Owen, Billy Crystal as Larry, and Anne Ramsey as Mama. Anne Ramsey, wow. She was an incredible actress. And guess what? She passed in 1988, born in 1927. She is best known for her roles as Mama Fratelli in The Goonies and Mrs. Lift in Throw Mama from the Train, which later earned her nominations and Academy Awards and a Golden Globe Award. And she died literally less than a year after Throw Mama from the Train came out. And to my surprise, my shock, so do you guys remember, without looking it up, without anyone Yes, we are taking off, guys. We are taking off. We are coasting. We are moving. We are grooving. Green candles are lit. We are flying. We are approaching that 20-cent marker. Can you dig it? I love it. I love it. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. I can dig it. I can dig it in a boat. I can dig it in a moat. I can dig Dogecoin here or there. I can dig Dogecoin anywhere. I can dig Dogecoin on a yacht. I can dig Dogecoin in my snot. I can dig Dogecoin here or there. I can dig Dogecoin anywhere. I can dig Dogecoin with every meal. I dig Dogecoin. I'm Steele. Here we go, guys. Coming up soon, 20 cents. Is it likely? We got a big retracement here, but I'm still thinking we could see 20 cents within the hour. Certainly. So back to the throw mama from the train lady, a.k.a. Anne Ramsey, a.k.a. the mother from Goonies. So pretty much everyone's seen Goonies, right? So you know the woman I'm talking about. The old nasty bad guy woman in the Goonies, right? So picture that woman. How old do you think she, without looking it up, how old do you think Anne Ramsey was when she died? Without looking it up. Think about how Anne Ramsey looks, and then you tell me how old you think Anne Ramsey was when she died. Warriors, love that movie. I obviously do too. That's why it's one of my taglines. One of my favorite things about the Warriors, I think my favorite gang in the Warriors is the Baseball Furies. Those guys look so tough. They dressed up like in old school baseball uniforms with the hard helmets and half their face painted black and half their faces painted white. And if you're running down, if you're in a busy metropolitan area late at night and all of a sudden you find yourself being chased by a gang of guys with baseball bats and their faces half painted white and black, you're going to run like the dickens. You're going to run to the hills, run for your life, in the words of Iron Maiden. That would scare the bejesus out of me. So people are guessing the deceased age of Anne Ramsey without looking it up. 69, 96, 69, 60s, 62. Any other guesses? 61. Anne Ramsey died at the ripe old age of 59. To me, that's a surprise. You guys are actually closer than I was anticipating. I thought she would have died much later than that. To me, in those movies, she looked much older than 59 to me. I thought she was like 70 in the movies. Before the time she even died. Dogecoin to 45 cents by October. I think it's certainly probable. I think Randall Brown, I think that's very doable. Very probable, my friend. I think that's a very realistic prediction. Ryan Taylor says, Warriors, come out and play. And if you haven't seen the Warriors, I'd highly recommend it. And get on it pronto. Quintessential movie of the 1970s about the gangs of New York in the 1970s, where people wore a lot of leather, a lot of suede, with patches of what gang they're on. When gangs actually dress like gangs. Now I don't think gangs really dress like gangs. I mean, they do, but it's not as animated. It's not as funky. Like, I'm not the gang joining sort, but if I was, I'd want to join a gang that has a clear aesthetic concept that's creative. So people can look at them and say, oh my gosh, that's the chain brawlers. And why are we the chain brawlers? Because we walk around with chains on our shoulders of our jackets or something. I don't know. But if you're going to have a gang, make it count. Give it like a creative name, not just like Bloods and Crips with like a bandana. That sucks. It's not a good gang uniform. The gang should be animated. Like the Warriors. They had a look, a very distinct look. The Baseball Furies, they had a look, a very distinct look. The Orphans, remember the Orphans? They were another gang, and the Warriors had a very distinct look. Slayblade says, speaking of Iron Maiden, they are releasing a new studio album this year. Nice. Alan Schneider, Steele Gang. Yes, in effect. Yes, indeed. So, Billy Crystal is still alive. Norm Macdonald is still alive. Chevy Chase is still alive. I thought those Fletch movies are some of the funniest things ever made. If you haven't seen those, the jokes are a mile a minute. Is it 4:20? Not here, my friend. If you are on the West Coast, it is 4:20. I'm in Central Standard Time, so it is 6:20. And if you are on the East Coast, it is 7:20. 7:20. There used to be a skateboarding arcade game called 720. And there was always a point in the game where you'd get chased by bees when the time ran out. And at that point, the video game would speak to you in loud, booming voice that would say, skate or die. John Candy was great. Ryan Taylor, couldn't agree with you more. John Candy was one of those few celebrity deaths that really hit me, man. It really hit me. Just because he was such a good-natured guy, and every interview I saw him in reflected exactly the person you'd think that he was. John Candy had a couple movies that not a lot of people watched that were also very good. He was in a lot more movies than people realize. One of the movies that he was in that I thought was incredibly underrated, and it was a John Hughes film, one of the least known John Hughes films. And I'm looking it up right now because the name is eluding me. There it is. 1991. And the last film that he did actually was 1995. We'll get to that momentarily. But 1991, he did a film based in Chicago called Only the Lonely. Doesn't sound like a very fun title, right? Doesn't sound like a very fun movie to watch. But I have to say, it was a very well done movie. And I stand corrected. It was not a John Hughes film. It seemed to me like it had the sensibilities of a John Hughes film, but it was actually directed by Chris Columbus. Yes, that's his real name. That's his real name. Ultra Crepidarian says, what's your name, Fletch? Your full name, Fletch F. Fletch. Yes. Mr. Stanwyck. Mr. Stanwyck, please open the door. RW Fletch on phone in hotel lobby. Ending call. I love your body, Larry. Hug a cop. You guys, if you haven't seen Fletch, you need to see it like yesterday. And the thing is, the jokes fly a mile a minute in Fletch. Like, seriously, a mile a minute. There's like a dozen jokes per minute throughout the entire movie of Fletch. The jokes come at you so fast that you have to watch it a few times in order to pick up on them. I love John Candy and Brewster's Millions. I agree. Brewster's Millions, Truckin' All Day says, Brewster's Millions is a great movie. Only the Lonely is one everyone slept on. Okay, I'm going to come clean. It's a rom-com, but it's starring John Candy. It's a very endearing film. It's a funny film. And it's a very moving film. It's a feel-good film. So he's like a Chicago cop, John Candy, in this movie. And he lives with his mom. That makes another interesting dynamic. And he starts a serious relationship with this shy, cute girl who's a funeral home worker. I think Alan Sheedy. Yeah, Alan Sheedy was the love interest. Social K, 20 cents within the hour. RW says, Alan Sheedy in the movie. Yes, you beat me to it. 20 cents the next hour. Sociokite asks, certainly possible. I think we could get there. Certainly possible. Heck, we could get to 20 cents within the next 10 minutes here. Sam Youthith. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name. I know I'm butchering it. I'm just going to call you Sam. Sam the Murray. Thank you for covering the Doge 1 mission. It's so murky. And that's why I covered it. That's why I covered it. And that's why I asked him a lot of questions. And I do feel that there was a lot of clarity brought to the Doge 1 mission. Whatever you think about it, I think that episode brought a lot of clarity to the Doge 1 mission. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I can't recommend it enough. It was a very epic show. Wherein we had the CEO of the Geometric Energy Corporation on. And then we had Dogecoin core contributor Ross Nickel. And then I was flanked with a new co-host, a new team member to the channel, Sadaf Jadran. And Sadaf is awesome. So I'm happy to have her added to the channel here. And she will be intermittently co-hosting with me to give Nick Balls some well-deserved breathing room and breaks. It was super insightful. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. And I look forward to having more shows like that that are of that substance level. But you know me, we get serious and super substantive with lots of details, but then we also do a lot of joking around, and we just hang out together, have fun. We shoot the breeze about a lot of different things here, and then we circle back to the Doge, then we circle back to the markets, then we circle back to crypto. But you know what? It makes it more fun, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Would it really be as much fun as if all I did for the entire show here is talk about what's going on in the chart the whole time? Come on. It wouldn't. But this is like a hangout market watch party. I love having these hangout market watch parties. We all get together from all corners of the earth, and we get to hang out, watch the Doge market, talk with each other. It's kind of like being at a soiree, right? An online soiree amongst fellow Dogecoin enthusiasts. And that is how I see streams like this. Miles G Investments. What is up, Miles G? We love Miles G here. Welcome, Miles G. Miles G says, what up? We are doing it to it. Just having a lazy Sunday stream, Miles. Just watching some Doge and talking about a bunch of random stuff. We were talking about John Candy movies. We were talking about the Warriors. We were talking about just lots of different stuff. Good to see you, Miles. So we've had guest appearances by Miles G now, and Stain Alpha popped in for a little bit. I don't know if he's still around. It was also good to see you, Alpha. Sam's has been holding Doge since 2017. Nice one. Nice one. Doing well, Sam. Your position, your Doge positions are better than mine, my friend. Much better than mine. You got her in much earlier than me, my friend. I wish I would have gone all in 2017. I'll tell you that. The cryptos are moving very good. You're absolutely right. We are looking potentially, in my opinion, at the beginning of a bull run, at the end of what we have been experiencing for the last few months. So just kind of a market round capper here. Ethereum's moving really nicely right now too. Ethereum's almost up to 2,200. Ethereum is up 15.5% over the last week, guys. 15.5% over the last week. Just getting ready to hit 2,200. Bitcoin is right about to hit that crucial $35,000 mark. And Bitcoin is up 10%, 10.5% for the last week. Of course, the mighty Doge is up about 9% over the last week, and we're just coasting our way up to 20 cents at the moment. And XRP, WXRP in Cincinnati. That is Ripple, aka Ripple, folks. Even Ripple, which was stagnated for a long time, seeing better days for sure, is finally up to the tune of a little over 4% over the last week. ADA Cardano was in the same boat. And even ADA Cardano was up about 4% over the last week. But the big three are showing substantial gains, more than most other cryptos at the top. And the big three, in my opinion, are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. That is the trifecta. And as if you noticed that during the B word teleconference, the most genius thing that Elon Musk did during that was this. It was very subtle, but he just would mention Dogecoin along the side of Bitcoin and Ethereum very casually, but consistently. Casual and consistent. The three C's of success. Casual, cool, and consistent. Casual, cool, and consistent. Is Ozzy Sam still on the show roster? Yes, she is. She absolutely is. I miss having her on here, but it's just because it's hard to get her on here more. I'd love to have her on more than she does come on, but the fact that she's a mother and she's in Australia, so we got the time zone difference and the fact that she's a busy mom, it's difficult to get her on here more than I would like to. But Sadaf Jadrin is also an Aussie woman, and she is my newest addition to the show, and I am totally looking forward to having her on more often. And I think very highly of her. And so I don't know how many of you have gotten a chance to tune in while she's on. She's done just 2 episodes with me so far. But she is actually on the air with me. She co-hosted with me the night Upshot went up gone, you know, and then she helped me cover that live together, and then she was also on with me for the Doge One, the exclusive Doge One feature, wherein we had the CEO of Geometric Energies on the show along with Ross Nicole. CM Lamas, good to see you, my friend. And I was just on Miles G's show. You can go on his channel and check it out. But I was just on his show on Friday night. You can go see that. And we had a good time. It was Nick Balls, myself, were guests. on Miles G's live stream that he had Friday night. And that we had a good time, and I believe we were his first guests on live streams. So I was very honored. Yeah, Upshot went up gone with my $400. He went up, and out of here. going, gone. Now, what are you going to do? That's life. Who in here is a Sinatra fan? I am a massive Sinatra fan. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April and shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top. And I could go on, but I won't, because your Doges are probably howling at the moon right now listening to Steven Steele sing. I was watching, then subscribe to your channel. Cool, glad it worked out. See, silver lining, folks, silver lining. Darthman says, I finally own one Ethereum coin. Took me long enough. Well, congratulations, my friend. That is a landmark moment for us folks, for us plebs, to own one Ethereum. No small feat. Do you think they will revive the Upcoin? I don't know. I don't think so. But then again, there is chatter with some pretty determined, some select determined members from the Upcoin community who have been staying in touch with each other, and they might do it. There's still talk that they might do it. So I don't know. I know people are still trading it, which is crazy. Yeah. But looky here, guys. We got the big green candle that went up again. We are right at about 19.7 cents. Trying to break through all that resistance at the 20 cents or the high 19s. I think we're going to get there today. I think we're going to at least touch 20 cents before the day is through. Michael Bublé comparisons to Sinatra. He's no Sinatra, in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree. I understand why people like Michael Bublé, but he doesn't have that character, that unvarnished gruffness about him. Because technically, Frank Sinatra was not considered a great singer, but by technical standings, but. Of course, he was a great singer due to his swagger, his croon, and his delivery, and his style. It all just came together very symbiotically. Yes. So we are at, look at this, guys, at 1980. Quite a year, and also the value of one Dogecoin. Dogecoin, as Mark Cuban and Ellen DeGeneres call it, Dogecoin. Maybe I should start pronouncing his name Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban talks Dogecoin with Ellen DeGeneres. Bitcoin hit 35,000 briefly. Yes, I saw that. That is a primary point of resistance. If we could get past that 35,000 mark on the BTC. You down with BTC? Yeah, you know me. Yep. If they revive Upcoin, your money isn't gone, Steven. We really hope for the best for everyone. Yeah, keep me posted. You know what's funny? I was in this Upcoin Telegram that people are still in. And someone sent me an invite. And I joined the Upcoin Telegram. And there's a dude in there. I think he was an administrator, but maybe not. But I thought he was an admin. And he was telling everyone in the Telegram, he said, hey, I'm sending everyone this free crypto, a bag of this free crypto for anyone who lost money in Upcoin and got left holding the bags. And I was like, they said, just pop in your BNB wallet address and I'll send you a bag. Anyone who does that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. And it was called like Wex or something. And so I thought nothing more of it. I can't even see it in my Trust wallet, like where it showed up. I think it's sent though. But I don't think he's sending that much out, you know. But I don't even know where it is in my wallet, on my Trust wallet. And then the next night, or last night, and this is a few days ago, this guy sent me this Wex or something. And then like last night, I got tagged in this poll. And this Twitter poll. And the Twitter poll was, Matt, who's the better Doge content YouTuber? Or who's the better Doge YouTuber? Matt Wallace or Steele? And I was like, this is really funny because, you know, I'm friends with Matt. And firstly, it's funny that someone pitted us together in a poll. Secondly, I have like a fraction of the audience that Matt has. So it's just like, I knew I was going to get blown out. So I thought it was funny. And I just like retweeted it. I was like, hey, let's give Matt a run for his money in this poll. And then somebody like sends me a screenshot of this guy. I'm not going to give him publicity because he doesn't deserve it. On Twitter, that made this huge conspiracy theory about me, about how I'm. So what ended up happening is this Twitter poll ended up being posted by some BSC coin, and it ended up being the BSC coin that was given away to everybody in the Upcoin Telegram. So this guy who has been stalking all my Trust Wallet transactions, obviously could probably use a hobby, like a better hobby at this point, like maybe jogging or rehab. But he made up this huge conspiracy theory about me. It's actually pretty amusing, where I'm sponsored by this BSC coin and this SHIT coin, and I've been paid off to push it onto the Doge community. And that's why I retweeted the poll with Matt Wallace and myself. And this makes me such a bad guy. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so beyond stupid that I don't even, it's like, it's hardly worth explaining, because anytime you even try to explain something like this rationally to somebody like this, it's like arguing with someone that insists that the sun is the moon. You know what I mean? And so it's just so ridiculous. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just like, I don't know. It was just insane to read that today. Oh, anyway, let's see. Wasn't notified of Restream. Josh Randall, sorry to hear that, man. You should be. I don't like you to hear it when those notifications aren't working. Crypto Gangster says, Upshot turns me on. His apology video is so hot. Well, Upshot was wearing some short shorts. He was wearing some real short shorts in that. So, you know, I could see if you lean that way, Crypto Gangster. So here we are, guys. 1980, just right below 20 cents. We are getting there, folks. We are moving. We are grooving. The Doge momentum is with us. The Doge momentum is with the community. It's wild, wild stuff, ladies and gents. Wild stuff. And we could see 30 cents by the end of the week for sure. I think we could see 30 cents within 7 days. I think it's quite probable. When you look at the whole trajectory of the market right now, if it stays consistent with where we have been heading for the last week, very probable. I know you all are ready for 20 cents. I'm ready for 2 and beyond. And beyond. What is your guys' favorite John Candy movie? I think my favorite John Candy movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Canadian Bacon. Don't sleep on Canadian Bacon. That was John Candy's last film before he passed, and that was in 1995. Josh Randell disavows $10 super chat. I haven't been in disagreement with you about Upshot. However, I still want to hang on to the presumption of innocence. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't take any issue with that. I mean, best case scenario, it is probable that he panicked and buckled under pressure and just handled things very botched, very poorly. But there were some, I understand, some airdrops that were happening well before that. So that definitely would call that narrative into question. But I'm open. I would be open to a conversation with him. I would be open to having a conversation with him anytime to explain his side of the story and let us know in his words. Uncle Buck was great. Life in Space podcast. Yes. Uncle Buck was a great film. Cool Runnings, Uncle Buck, Great Outdoors. Yeah, those are the top three. Musty said, Cool Runnings, Uncle Buck, Great Outdoors. Yeah, I would definitely put the Great Outdoors in my top three. For me, I really like Only the Lonely. I'll put Only the Lonely, Uncle Buck, and the Great Outdoors with a close fourth. Wait, no. Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Great Outdoors, fourth being Only the Lonely, fifth being Canadian Bacon. Ooh, Spaceballs, Vampire Kangaroo. See, it's so hard to pick because Spaceballs was brilliant. Spaceballs is where John Candy played the parody version of Chewbacca, except his name was Barf, and his full name was Bartholomew. Josh Randell disavows in with another $10. Thank you for the 10 smackaroos. Again, Josh Randell disavows. Appreciate you so much. You're my favorite crypto content creator. Hope Upshot comes to your show. Thank you, Josh Randell. Seriously, man. Appreciate that so much. And I love hearing that. I love hearing that. Thank you, man. Upshot chilling on a beach right now. Could be. Stain Alpha says, Steven Steele, keep up the great work and consistency. Take care. Smash that like. Stain Alpha, thank you so much, man. We got to do another stream together sometime. It's been a long time, my friend, but great to see you. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Cool Runnings may have been his most dramatic role. Yes or no? I would say no. I would say that he played more dramatic roles than that. Though he did do great. He did do great in that film. But yeah, he had a few more serious roles than that. John Candy, in my opinion, exemplifies the kind of person in society that we've lost along the way. He exemplifies the kind of American, or Canadian rather. He's technically Canadian, I think, isn't he? I'd have to look that up. Let's say person. He represents the kind of person, he exemplifies the kind of person that more people ought to be. Yeah? And I think that's why when John Candy died, it was such a gut punch for so many people. It was such a gut punch for so many people. Why? Because John Candy, in all his interviews too, he was exactly the person that you fall in love with in the films. He was in real life as well. And everybody close to him said this too. A very kind, very sincere, very jovial, funny, lighthearted, caring individual. That's the kind of person he was. And frankly, pretty wholesome. Not to get all like preachy by any means, but there's something to be said for a level of good-natured, wholesome entertainment that's also very funny. Not that I am not a fan of crude humor, I certainly am. But in many ways, that's an easier route to go for laughs. You know, it takes a very skilled writer and very skilled actors to be able to pull off good-natured, wholesome, and genuinely funny simultaneously. I think I tried joining your Discord. Link says expired. Do you have any other way to join? Sorry about that. Discord is so weird that way. Let me give you an updated link to my Discord. I thought I had a timeless link in the description of my videos for my Discord, but maybe not. Just in case, I am going to pop in an updated invite to my Discord in the chat for anyone who wants to join. Let's get that Discord popping. Glory to glory to glory. Well, that's a lot of glories. Trace glories. John Candy was a great actor. I really enjoyed his movies. What a great personality. Big agree over here. Big agree. Glory times 3. Big agree, glory times 3. Stone Cold Steve Harvey says Wagons East. You know who Chris Farley would have been a dynamic, perfect person to play. The Crypto Cowboy. John Candy is the Crypto Cowboy. Come on, my little Doges. Let's saddle up to the diner and have ourselves a big old slab of Texas toast. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. If you're new here, you're probably wondering, what the heck have I walked into? I thought this show was about Doge. It is. It is about Doge. But it's also about a lot of other random stuff. We keep it a little bit weird here on Steele Live. And if you're cool with that, we would love to have you join our awesome community. Hit that subscribe button. Hit all on the notification bell. Join our ranks. We are the most fun. We're the most fun. Don't we have the most fun, folks? Josh Randell disavows coming in with another $10 super chat. I love it. Upshot asphyxiated under a pile of... Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can read all that super chat, Josh Randell. By the way, John Candy was an unparalleled comedic genius. Big agree. Josh Randell disavows. Well put, my friend. Well put. Couldn't agree with you more. As for the former part of your super chat, you have a very dark sense of humor, my friend, and I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. Yes. In the words of my friend Crypto Batman, not financial advice, financial fried rice. Link to Discord is working good. So okay, so we got a review, a positive review from Life in Space Podcast. Says that Discord link is working just the way it should, guys. So feel free to jump on in there. Ape on into my Discord. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves there 24/7. Josh, I knew you were joshing, my friend. I knew you were joshing. I got you, man. So here we are, just at, it seems like a big point of resistance is obviously around 19.8 cents, guys. 19.8 cents. Every time it gets up there, it retraces back down to about 19.5, 19.6, and then it runs up again, and we keep going back and forth like that. So if we can get past that 19.8, I think we will see 20 centa. A 20 centa. Do you guys think that Jeff Bezos, do you think Jeff Bezos purposely quarterbacked his rocket to look like a giant dong? Do you think that was deliberate, or do you think that was just an accidental consequence of its architecture? If you think it was on purpose, press 1. If you think it was unintended, press 2. Giant dong on purpose, press 1. Giant dong on accident, press 2. This is a very, very important question. Surge that Doge. We're trying. I'm trying. Jeff Bezos. I love saying it that way. I love saying it that way. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Pinos. Jeff Pinos. And the votes start coming in. We've got one from Slayblaze. Says the space dong was intentional. Life Podcast says space dong intentional. Alan, intentional. Zaxi, intentional. Nottingham says unintentional. Oh my goodness, Josh Randell. Lex, good to see you, Lex. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the chat. Pretty good investment, Life in Space podcast. I could have saved nearly $200 of my investment in Upcoin as it was crashing while I was live, but I couldn't find. I had a very difficult time multitasking on Pancake Swap while being live on the air. Consequently, I lost all my money. Steven Steele, why is the Amazon Prime logo totally phallic? See, I think this is all deliberate. Glory to glory to glory. Listen, looks like we can't pass up 20 cents. Come on, Doge. Let's go. Let's just fly away. Let's fly away. Take our Dogecoin way up high. Until the time we say, let's fly, Doge. It's time to fly away. Let's fly away. Let's fly off to $1. Let's fly away, though it's harder if you were Uncle Buck. Get it? Because he was a heavy dude. Pancake Swap is a pain in the buttocks. It really is. It really is. I've always said the first company to streamline the Pancake Swap process to make it a much more user-friendly experience is going to be on top. They are going to be the big wieners. Crypto Tank Girl, yes, you are late. You're so late. Naughty. Very bad. We forgive you. We forgive you. What is AGT? Oh, America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent. Doge 1, Uncle Buck. Doge 1. Stormer says accidental. He seems too much of a prude. That is a fair assessment, actually. I can see how you would vote too there. I can see how you'd vote too. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty. Well, let's just get down to it, boppers. Crypto Batman just tweeting out, I'm literally the thickest crypto content creator, and then a naughty word. Crypto Batman displeased in his weight gain. This is serious breaking news. Oh, man. So let's see if we missed any Elon action. Well, Elon certainly tweeted up a meme storm today. He tweeted 3 memes in a row earlier. rather yesterday. 3 memes in a row. All 3 of them pretty good quality memes, I have to say. One of them Doge related. One of them is like a Matrix Doge themed, meme that I have not seen before. Jeff Pinos. Jeff Pinos. Crypto Tank Girl says, I'm done with tokens for the most part. Understandable conclusion. I mean, I get it. I've always said from the beginning, anybody who's familiar with my material and has been around here for longer than a month knows my position's always been the same on BSCs. I'm not fully entirely against them, but I do caution that they are high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. And to invest accordingly. And don't invest too much. Don't sink too much of your portfolio in these things, guys. Then again, I can't take away. We have had a few community members here who have done extremely well with them. But you got to keep in mind that for every big winner, there's going to be losers to pay for those big winners. And it is what it is. It's high risk, high reward. So there are people in the Dogecoin community that are militantly against all BSCs. I don't think it's helpful to tell other people what to do with their money. I think that turns people off. I don't think it's strategically wise or the Doge way personally to try to exert behavioral control with people's how they choose to spend their own investments over others. That's not what it's about to me, guys. You know, we need to accept people that have Dogecoin as either a fraction of their portfolio or their entire portfolio or somewhere in between. But BSCs aren't for everyone, that's for sure. Crypto Fat Man. Vampire Kangaroo, I'm going to respond to that to him. If you don't mind, I gotta take that one. I'm going to say I read this tweet live on the air, and one of my community members said, Crypto Fat Man. There we go. There we go, folks. Oh, some good zingers in here tonight. SafeMoon might be the only BSC I would say has a possible future. One of the only ones. People know I'm not the biggest SafeMoon fan, but I would say that's an accurate statement because their community is much stronger than most BSCs. Seems to be a fierce sense of loyalty with that community. The question is, will people stay loyal with modest to no gains over the long haul? Maybe. Lexi, hey Steven, why don't you make this show as a podcast after it's recorded? I'd really like to get into that. I'm still learning how to convert these to podcasts for Spotify. I wouldn't say I'm the most technologically savvy guy. So I would love to do that. I think it's a great idea, Lex. I'd love to upload all my streams to podcast form on Spotify. Great idea. Oh, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. We got a great community here. We got a great core here. We really do. So here's Crypto Batman calling himself the thickest the thickest crypto content creator. Oh, what a trip, huh? What a trip. Schmikey 686 Schmikeys. I do love the podcast format, and essentially that's what this show is. It's kind of a podcast talk show format. I like the live. I like the live vibe more than videos. I am going to start doing more like videos though, like during the day, video uploads, but I love the live shows. I love the energy. I love it. I love the Doge momentum. I love the community. Where's Robbie Gilchrist? I haven't seen him in a bit. Robbie Gilchrist, MIA. The Canadian Dolphin. Robbie G. I host on SoundCloud, then send my RSS feed to Apple and Spotify. Works great. Yeah, but how would I do that from YouTube? Crypto Tank Girl, Doge has changed my life. I love hearing that. Mike Tracy says, I'm not attracted to Crypto Batman, and I'm a straight guy too, but man, I applaud his get out there and slay moves. Thanks for sharing, Crypto Tracy. Yeah, he puts it all out there, man. He'll get out there in his American flag Speedo and work it. Crypto Tank Girl says, hold on, I'm paging Robbie. Paging Robbie G. Paging Robbie G. So we just seem to be stuck here, guys. We seem to be stuck at about 19.75, 19.8. The Doge, it just gets stuck every time. See, here we are at 19.8 again, and then it will retrace, and we keep going back and forth like this. This is where all the resistance is. Life and Podcast says you can RSS feed your YouTube channel on Apple with Spotify. Have a YouTube video podcast. Pretty neat. Feedburner.com. I think let's make you an RSS of your YouTube channel. Awesome. Thank you for that, Life in Space podcast. I'm definitely going to look into that. Thank you for that tip. Stormer says, remind me when we got stuck at 36. I remember. Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Steven Steele, I bought Doge way back in the day. People don't realize that original joke was tipping people several thousand Dogecoins. Yes, yes. Josh Randell, what way back in the day, what year did you buy your first round of Dogecoin? Oh, yeah. I personally think we need to see a drop on Bitcoin once it tries and tests at the 37K. Yeah, that's a fair statement. Josh Randell disavows since February of 2014. Josh, fascinating. So here we've got a community member in the chat. Josh Randell disavows. First Dogecoin purchasing made in 2014. Josh, tell us, what prompted you to invest in dog money way back in 2014? Where did you see it? Where did you learn about it? And what prompted you to invest in something like this way back then before it was a thing? I'm really curious to hear people's answers on something like this. To me, this is it's just absolutely fascinating. Let's see here. I think you need to DM Steven. Yes. I would love to get the podcast going. And yeah. I'm definitely going to be doing more videos, especially since the YouTube algorithm seems to really like videos more than the live streams. It really rewards regular video content creators more than regular live stream content creators. I personally think that's BS, but it's just the way it is. It's the way the algorithm is. Plus, it'll be good for me to get out of my comfort zone and make more just videos during the day. Josh Randell says, Steven Steele, my best friend, and I thought it was funny to accumulate so many coins for so little. Wow. Josh, where did you learn about Dogecoin in 2014, though? Through your friend or through Reddit? RW says, I bought a few years back for a fraction of a penny at 4.4 million coins, holding long-term, big believer in VET and SIA too. Oh yeah, I don't know a lot about VET, to be honest with you, but SIA looks pretty good to me, my friend. Reptile, welcome back. Says, pump it. Look at we're getting really close to that 20-cent marker. We broke past 19.8 for a change. Let's see if we can keep the Doge momentum going strong. Let's keep it going. We would tip our mutual friend and Twitch streamer a squazillion Doge because they thought it was funny to us. My bro is a cryptographer. Explains it. Very interesting, Josh. Thank you for sharing your experience. Steven, you need to do those Doge to $100 thumbnails and the YouTube algorithm rewards it. Yeah, they sure do. I need to have a very shocked, surprised looking face of myself in every thumbnail. That does work, though. That does work. I think Matt's the master of that, of that face in the thumbnails. I just can't bring myself to it. It's just not my style. Here we go. Look at this, guys. We are at 1995, right on the precipice of 20 cents. We've been waiting for this moment. I've been telling you that it was coming. I knew we would get there sometime today. Don't you remember? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Your man, Steele, telling you through the entire course of this live stream that the Dogecoin was going to at least, at a very minimum, kiss the 20-cent mark. And we are just about there. We broke through the past wall of resistance at 19.8, and now we are moving on to greener and greener pastures, pun fully intended. Can you dig it? 1993, quite a year for movies. 1993 is where Doge is sitting at right now. The year that Pulp Fiction was released. Pulp Fiction, a quintessential, a landmark moment for that director's career. We all know him, Quentin Tarantino, starring John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, Steve Buscemi. What a powerhouse combination that was. And what a soundtrack, folks. What a soundtrack. Stormer says we are getting some ASMR kissing now. You never know what you're going to get on here on Steven Steele Live, and that's just all part of the charm, isn't it, folks? Let's check back to the charting. We are at 1994. We are graduating up through the 90s before we know it. We are at 1993, 1994. It's feeling real Lilith fair over here. Let's see if we can get past those 1990s, guys, into the early 2000s, into the boy bands, into what else was going on in the early 2000s? Rap metal? Let's see. Yeah, Korn was definitely 90s. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. 1997. Do all Doges go to heaven? We certainly hope so. But only metaphorically speaking. We want our Doges to stay alive, but we want it to ascend towards the heavens, towards the moon, towards Mars and beyond. Mars is where you eat more candy bars. That was a fact. See how much you learn here on the show, guys. Speaking of movies, Steven, look up Homestay. The guy on the cover looks like you. Oh, my. I will look it up. I'm putting it in my DuckDuckGo right now. Homestay. 2018 film, I assume. Let's check out the imaging on this. Let's check out this movie poster. I can kind of see the general profile, I guess. This guy looks pretty mean, man. I don't look that mean. Are you talking about the guy with the goatee? Wait, they both have goatees. One has hair and one is bald. I have a shaved head. So my aesthetic would be technically closer to the guy. I don't know. I'm confused which one I look more like. Rap metal was the worst. I'm all about the 90s Brit rock, though. Yes, rap metal was a lot of deep breaths for that stuff. But yeah, I was a big fan of 90s Brit rock, Brit pop. I grew up on stuff like the Stone Roses, the Charlatans UK, Oasis, of course, I liked. Just all that funky, groovy stuff. It was such a distinctly unique sound that was going on in the 90s from the UK. It's kind of like a groovy sound, like a groovy sound repackaged. Happy Mondays, I like them too. Sociokite, never met anyone who uses DuckDuckGo. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of DuckDuckGo. I love DuckDuckGo. If for anything, for its privacy. It doesn't track your searches. You have a lot more privacy on DuckDuckGo. I'm very skeptical of the Google. The Google, as George W. Bush used to call it. The Google. She's my sister. Yeah, Stone Roses are amazing. Oh my gosh, so good. Ass G's and Oregon Trail. Love PJ Soundgarden, STP, Pumpkins. Now we're getting into the full-on 90s. Because look at this. Doge is stuck on the year 1997. Let's just pretend that whatever the chart is saying that Doge is right now, let's just pretend this is a time machine and that we are toggling between different years instantaneously according to where the Doge is right now. And right now the Doge has time warped us into the year 1997. Folks, you are listening to your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live on this Sunday matinee. Well, now it's not matinee anymore. We're moved comfortably into early evening. Dogecoin is on the move. Believe it, folks. We are going everywhere. We're going here and there. We're going to Gambia and beyond. And look at that, folks. We just broke 20 cents. Just broke 20 cents for the first time since we've been on the air tonight. Dogecoin is on the move. We are moving. We are grooving. We are ascending to the moon, to Mars, where they have more candy bars, to Venus. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. Yes, we can do it. We are doing it. Look at the Dogementum. Look at those green weenies, folks. I've never been so happy to see some green weenies. Folks, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. My eye is on the chat. Of course, any super chats throughout this broadcast are hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. And if you're new here, encourage you to subscribe. Hit all on the notification bell. If you've already subscribed, hit all on the notification bell. It is estimated that only 1 in 4 subscribers on any YouTube channel hits that notification bell. So let's up it. This is a live stream show. If you get the notifications, then you don't have to wonder when I do these live Market Watch hangout parties like the one I've done today spontaneously. You know me, I'm usually a late night streamer, but I went on in the day today. Those who had the notification bell on didn't miss the stream, right? They got right on it. They got the notifications and they didn't miss the party. So here we are, guys. We are still over 20 cents. We are in the year 2002. What do you guys remember from the year 2002? Whew. And now the year is 2003, according to the Doge time travel listing. Now we're in the year 2005. So guys, we are in the early 2000s. Name one thing that you distinctly remember about the early 2000s that sticks out to you. Name one thing. Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock. Yes, those are good examples of things that are distinctly early 2000s. That is true. POD. Yes, I remember POD. Yes, that was also distinctly early 2000s. Days gone by. What about boy bands, guys? Boy bands were distinctly early 2000s. 98 Degrees. NSYNC. You know, because they were in sync, but it was spelled with an N. And the Backstreet Boys. Um, 2002 was that the year Chicago beat Gangs of New York. I was going to say New York for Best Picture. What a scam! Yes. I agree. That should have never happened. Facebook, Joel says. Facebook was in the early 2000s. Black Eyed Peas, yes. That would be early 2000s. Good one, Lex. Abstractus Artemis says, I was 12 in 1997. So you were born, you're an 80s baby, 98 Degrees with Nick Lachey. And remember Nick Lachey and his wife had a reality TV show? I forget what the reality TV show was called. I remember being subjected to it a handful of times through a girlfriend at that stage in my life. Mid-90s. He was a huge fan of Pearl Jam, Neil Young collaboration. Met Neil Young 2 years ago in Boston. Autograph and handshake, still stunned. Wow. MySpace, that's definitely early 2000s for sure. MySpace, nice one. That was such an obvious one that nobody got except Crypto Tank Girl. Stormer says, born in 2000, don't got much to offer this combo. Fair enough. That's what I like about this community, though. I was looking at the demographic age breakdowns in my YouTube analytics, and there's regular watchers of this show anywhere from 18 years of age to like 60. It's a really surprisingly wide age range of people that tune into the show, and that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm doing my job. I want people from all age ranges to feel welcome here. System of a Down blew my mind in the early 2000s. Yeah, they had a very distinctly aggressive sound that was kind of unlike people had heard before. Two most underrated American bands, in my opinion. Vampire Kangaroo says Weezer and Collective Soul, both are great live too. Yeah, Weezer is one of those bands that's gone on to be kind of like one of the classics now. You know what I mean? I think Weezer is. I would say I've never really listened to much Collective Soul, so I can't really say one way or the other. But I think Weezer is considered kind of one of the classic bands now. Soulfly and Slipknot, names I would have never thought unless somebody randomly named them to me. So thank you for that, Alan Schneider, especially Soulfly. Deftones, I saw the Deftones earlier in their career when I was very young boy. Guys, Dogecoin is on the move. We are over 20 cents. We didn't just kiss it. We are staying there for the time being. And it's just kind of, just trading sideways for a bit here. Let's see if we can get over 20 cents tonight. That could be the beginning of something very special if we are able to do that, folks. American Bandstand. Temple of the Doge. Kill Switch Engage. Yeah, these are band names I haven't heard in a long time. How old are you, Steven Steele? I do not reveal that information. I think it's more fun to let people guess, because people guess a whole range. And I like being a bit mysterious. I remember when people said Doge would go back below 10 cents after Bitcoin correction. I remember that too, Stormer. A salient point to make, frankly. Incubus, that's definitely an early 2000s name I haven't heard in a while. And people that weren't fond of that band would call them Stinkubus. Let's go, Sensation Nation. Believe it. We are moving. We are grooving. We are doing it to it. I do remember that Josh Randell disavows. Yes, I do. 311. Didn't 311 do that song that goes like na 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 na? That's all I remember. I remember they were recommended to me if I liked the Bad Brains, and I love the Bad Brains. Bad Brains are like a Washington, D.C. based early 80s punk hardcore band, but a very unique sounding one. And then I listened to 311, no disrespect to 311, but they didn't sound like anything like Bad Brains. Amber is the color of your urine. Disturbed was early 90s. Or wasn't Disturbed late? I feel like Disturbed was like late 90s. Glory to glory to glory. The Doge is on the rise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing it to it. Doge on the rise. Green candles are lit. We are headed up, up, up and away. Up and away, folks. Up and away. What do you say? The year is 2005 right now on the Dogecoin Time Machine. That'd be a great movie for someone to make. Dogecoin Time Machine. I can't keep up with Twitter today. It's a struggle. Honestly, I'm gonna Twitter is just getting kind of ridiculous slightly, in not the best ways, but that's okay. That's okay. RW says, worst bands ever, Spin Doctors and Ace of Base. Every time I hear Two Princes, I get a migraine. If I go to hell. For me, between the two, RD, if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely take Ace of Base. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow. Thank you, Life in Space Podcast. Thank you for the info. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, the band everyone loves to hate, the Nickelback, yes. I'm not familiar enough with American Dad. Like, I honestly know American Dad, but I'm not familiar enough with it to understand the reference on Ace of Base. Crypto Tank Girl, so naughty. Took a V card from someone that was a bassist at a band practice that now has since opened up for Metallica. Doge, let's go. Let's go, let's go. RTSGO. Let's go, let's go. RTSGO. Captain Jack. Captain Jack says, thanks for the stream, matey. Dogecoin to the moon. You're very welcome, Captain Jack, and thanks for streaming in. Big fan, big fan. We are holding steady above 20 cents. We're above 20. We're in the year 2012 right now. If we are still pretending that this is the Dogecoin time machine. Now the year's 2014. Looks like we are going to not only reach present time, but shoot into the future as well. The next question would be, can we get to 21 cents? 21 cents tonight. Yeah, it's possible, folks. It's certainly possible. Yeah, we've been definitely streaming for a minute here, haven't we, folks? But you know what? It's definitely... We're going to the future, Abstractus says. Worked a Metal Fest as a dunk tank chick years ago, too. Metal Fest. I've been to a Metal Fest before. In fact, Metal Fest, a Metal Fest that I went to a few times, it had like a mix of like hard rock, but then I also had like crazy death metal stuff. And then it's also where I saw, what's his name? Huge celebrity. His name is eluding me at the moment. Super well-liked celebrity. A dude from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What's his name? Can't believe I can't think of his name right now. I'm just having a total brain freeze. Keanu Reeves. I saw Keanu Reeves hard rock band. It was called Dog Star. And I watched him get booed off the stage at a Metal Fest. Essentially booed off stage. I felt really bad for him, honestly. Ministry. I really like early Ministry. Not Personally, not so much a big fan of a ladder ministry, but early ministry I love a lot. Guar is quite a live show, isn't it? Before MySpace, there was a very short-lived social media platform called Friendster. Friendster. Does anyone remember, old enough to remember Friendster? And Friendster had a testimonials part on your profile page where your friends could just say nice things about you on your page. Or not so nice things. Josh Randell disavows coming in with another $10 super chat. Josh, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. 2000s, Enron.com, and the obvious signs of the decline of the West. Ooh, heavy stuff, man. Yeah. And Fight Club. Yeah, I think those are all astute observations. Josh Randell disavows. Yeah, I could go on I definitely could go on another tangent there, but we'll refrain. Empire of the Sun. I love Empire of the Sun. My opinion, fantastic band. The music that I make is often lumped in with that general vibe. Ministry of Sound in London, yes, of course. I'm very familiar. I haven't been to London in a long time, but I've had some great times there, but it's been a while since I've been there. Heard it's changed quite a bit. The year, according to the Dogecoin time machine, is 2014. What do you guys remember about 2014? You know what show I've been watching a lot lately and binge watching is Yukon Gold. Does anybody else watch Yukon Gold? I love that stuff, man. I love those gold mining reality TV shows. I find them rather soothing. Crypto Tanker threw raves on abandoned tennis courts for a while. I thought you were probably a former raver. I think I saw you in one of your little video clips that you posted on Twitter. I saw you dancing. Thought you might have been a former raver chick. 90s, I was big into Aphex Twin, Brian Eno stuff. Oh, I love Brian Eno. What was that? Music for Airports? So brilliant. So brilliant. Yeah, Aphex Twin had quite the visuals. Disturbing visuals, many would describe. Doge keeps rising, guys. We're at 2018 now. 2018. And the trajectory is a pretty nice one. Oh, yeah. So we moved into almost 20 and a quarter, guys. So we are comfortably over 20 cents. And the Doge is looking strong. Lexi says, oh my God, I love those shows too, Steven. Aren't they great? I love them. They're addicting. They're really great shows even to have on in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Either way, I love having them on. I love having them on. Almost back to 6K. Let's keep pumping. Pump it up. Pump it up. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yep, we're doing it, guys. Oh, yeah. The year is 2020, according to the Doge chart. What'd I tell you? We're going to move our way right up to present time and into the future, guys. Into the future. You've been listening to your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele. This is Steven Steele Live, doing a special edition Market Watch hangout on a Sunday here. Having a lazy Sunday. Dogecoin is on the move. 30 cents soon, quite possible within the next 7 to 10 days. I think it's a pretty fair probability. We'll get there. Bitcoin close to 40K by midnight. Very bullish, Trello. Very bullish. Possible, but very bullish. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Let's see what's going on in chat, guys. Let's see what's going on in chat. Hopefully see that 40K. Well, we could see it. This trajectory is looking really strong, guys. Really bullish. Anyway, I've been with you guys for almost 2 hours here. I'm going to take a break, but I might be back on later. I'm going to give my voice a rest too. But I want to thank each and every one of you for joining. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone. The few of you super chatted. I really appreciate that, particularly our friend Marcus from Germany. Big thank you to him for that generous super chat. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. And I might see you later tonight. Not sure yet. Haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm going to kind of play it by ear. But love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Steven Steele signing out.